me again, Matthew Doty, and I'm here to talk about Kentucky basketball for the 2016-2017 season. Now, let's start off. I feel like their team, like their recruiting class, is like the 2013 class with the Harrisons and Julius Randle. And why I say that is because, one, I think Bam is a little bit like Julius Randle, really stocky, built, tough, and I feel like he can get to the rim easily, and he's a highly recruited, highly talented recruit. And I feel like he can put up the numbers like Julius Randle any day, probably. And then I feel like DeAndre Fox and Malik Monk are a little bit like the Harrisons, and I feel like that is good because their 2013-2014 season, they went on to, I think, the finals or the NCAA finals. And though they lost, but still, I feel like they have a good team to actually go to the finals. But I'm pretty sure they'll face Duke if they're on other side of the brackets. Now, I feel like their biggest loss or weakness, okay, the weakness first is they don't have someone to lead. And because of that, their biggest loss was Tyler Ulis. And why I say that was he led the team, and pretty much last year he was the main leader. He helped the team go on to the SEC regular season championship, or the SEC championship tournament thing. But still, he is a big loss, and Kentucky needs to find a leader. May it be Isaiah Briscoe or another person coming up. I'm not sure about Derek Willis. He is a senior, but it's not the greatest choice. I think DeAndre Fox and Malik Monk could bring the leader role up to them, but not at the moment until they get the hang of Calipari's plays and how the Kentucky players actually, or how his program actually works. Now, with their recruiting class and their returning players, I feel like they will have a really offensive team and defensive with Sasha Killjoy, whatever, and Bam, and then I think it's Wayne's. It starts with a G, but they're really tall guys. Plus, any returning players. I think there's a Australian guy or something, but there's a lot of tall and built guys. So it's going to be hard for most teams in the SEC, except for probably Texas A&M. That is probably the team that's going to be Kentucky's main rival for the SEC championship with DJ Hoggs and Tyler Davis. So it could be a little bit of a battleground between those two. But for the most part, I feel like Kentucky has the reign in the SEC. They are probably going to go to the Final Four. That's probable. The NCAA is just crazy, and they could win the first two or can lose the first game. Who knows? But for the most part, it's highly that they will go to the Final Four. For the most part, they do have a good rotation. It's just I'm trying to figure out how Kentucky will replace their the point guard position. I mean, they do have DeAndre Fox and Malik Monk, but I look at them as more like a shooting guards because, well, they can shoot the ball really, and it's hard to say if they will have like a 30-point game or just like a 15 or 10, but they can shoot. So they're whoever's going to guard them better be on them and not let them shoot because they can shoot. And then for the most part, anything with like the bigs or like the front court, they can replace easily. I mean, Kentucky's good at that. Like they had Anthony Davis 1 year, then they had Nerlens Noel, then they had Julius Randle, and then they had Carl Anthony Towns, and they had Skal Labissiere. I mean, they can get the bigs. But yeah, I mean, Kentucky, they're going to be a good team. Put them probably in the Final Four. And I think that's it. So go, if you like it, dislike it, dislike it. I don't care. Comment if you wanted me to talk about any other team. And anything that I did say. Thank you.